Oh man, I'm exhausted. Today was one of those days where just everything goes right. Um, Started the day by how do you even explain what happened today? So I did some things right and I did some things wrong. Today my guys stopped counting at 25 fish landed after, or no, 20 fish landed after 3 passes. We had a quad, a triple, number of doubles, all on hardware, no bait. It was all spinners, all spin fish, and it was just an epic bite. And we ended up getting 6 or 7 keeper coho out of that, and then bite died for a bit. We tried chasing him around. Low slack was really tough. Had a hard time with that. When it flipped around, started to come back in, it took forever for that bite to happen, and honestly forever for that tide to come back in. The ships took, it was supposed to be like at 11:30 low slack. Those ships didn't start swinging around until 1 o'clock on the Oregon side. So it took a long time for that tide to start pushing back up. Once it did, I kept on trying to chase water temperature around. I couldn't find them, and so I made a quick move, and looking at the graph, I did my normal numbers. I go 20 to 40 feet on line counters throughout the entire spread, fish in deep water. And I started looking at my graph, and that's why I've been saying all season, trust your electronics. So I started marking fish on the bottom in 45 feet of water. I put my back corner rod all the way out. It took 95 feet on the line counter with 16 ounces of lead to get down through that dead water, because the surface current is ripping up on top. So to get down into that dead water and get into where those fish are at, it took 90 feet of line on the line counter to get down there. But once it got down there, I put the rod on the rod holder, and immediately, boom, fish on. Okay, bring them all down. I want 90, 80, 70, and it was double, 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 triple, double, fish on, fish on, fish on. Constantly netting fish, running around the boat. I think I got tennis elbow. My arm hurts from releasing fish. We had sea lion problems. They took 2 of my spin fish today, so now I'm down to like 2 or 3 total. And it's not even the colors I like, but doesn't matter, just gonna fish them. So we put spinners on just about every rock, because that's all I had left, and I didn't want to lose any more of those spin fish to sea lions. And we ended up keeping 12, and actually ended on a double and had to kick 1 hatchery fish back. And so I had 5 guys today. We couldn't fill that last spot, and those 5 guys, they got their 2 fish a person, plus I got 2 for me to take home, first time this season. And this is the first time that I can actually say we limited out. Yes, there were plenty of days where we got all of our kings, but that's not a true limit. So the limit is 2 salmon per person. Right now it's only coho, and boy, we got them. And everything else, we got chinook, we got a bunch of wilds. I don't know how many fish we landed today. I'm not even going to throw a number out there, because frankly it doesn't matter. What matters is that we had fun. Today was just flat out fun. It was one of those days where it did not matter what you put down, the fish were going to bite it. And that's exactly what happened. So now the boat is just utter chaotic mess. I got 2 lines that are completely broken. Main lines are all screwed up and everything from all the sea lions, and rubbing up against the bottom of the boat, and lines getting tangled up with the doubles and triples happening. But it's a good problem to have. It's a great problem to have. So I was thinking back on this a little bit. Last time we had this many coho come back, I remember it was one of my first years guiding, and I had a really hard time getting people to come down here to come fish because Kings was closed. And in fact, actually there was a meeting today, and I heard, but check your regulations, I heard they're actually closing it tonight, is what I heard, but it might be Friday. But make sure to check your regulations if you're fishing for Chinook all the way up towards Bonneville Dam. There was a meeting today, and they might have shut down the entire thing as of today, or maybe Friday at the latest. So check the regs. But going back to my little soliloquy here, it was hard getting guys to come down here, and that was when we had a 3 coho per person limit. And I remember that last day very vividly. We had 21 fish kept, so 6 people in the boat plus my limit, by 10 a.m. and that was September 8th, September 10th. And I couldn't get anybody else to come down here. And it was really frustrating. And I'm worried that's what's going to happen here again for this season. Now, I'm fairly booked all the way throughout the rest of the month, but I just mean as a fishing community, we should be participating in this. You know, this is the good old days right now. To land 20, 30, 40 fish in a day. Man, do you guys remember spring Chinook season this year? Battling it out for 2 or 3 bites, that's it. This is it, man. To get 20, 30, 40 bites a day, this is just incredible world-class fishing. You cannot find this hardly anywhere else unless you go all the way up to Alaska and hit it dead nuts perfect on the run return timing on those rivers up there. This is it, and this will continue all the way through September and probably into October. So even though the river is closed upriver, if you want to target coho, come down here, give it a shot. Shallow water, deep water, all the way down to Buoy 10 itself, all the way up to Tongue Point, you're gonna find fish. It's not that hard. Trust your electronics, spread your gear out, you'll find them. I'll get off my soapbox. It's just such a cool fishery to be a part of, to experience, and to share with people out here on the water. And today, granted, it's after a holiday weekend, kids are going back into school, but there are only, I don't know, 50, 60, 100 boats at most out here today. And for most of the day, there wasn't a boat within 100 yards, which is nice, but it's also creating a lot of problems with sea lions and harbor seals because you're the only boat, so they key in on you. But there should be a lot of people down here. So hopefully this weekend, if you guys have the time off, come on down. It's going to be a blast. The tide's only getting better. There are a lot of fish here. And I'm looking forward to it. Okay, with that, I need to clean a boat and retie a lot of gear, tie a lot of new spinners, start over from scratch. It's going to be a long night. We'll see you guys again tomorrow. Later.